Before the highway, there is only the wilderness. A chaotic, unmarked desert of leaves and dust.
The scout, older, wiser. She trades the safety of the dark for the danger of the light. She does not see with eyes. She reads the molecular script of the forest floor. Gold, pure energy, enough sugar to power the city for a week. She tastes. Is it sweet enough? Is it poison? The decision must be perfect.
She calculates the angle of the sun. She integrates every step taken. She knows the vector home.
She lowers the stylus. She writes the first word of a sentence that will save the colony.
No more wandering. A straight line. The shortest distance between hunger and survival. She shares the sample. The taste of sugar is the proof. The news goes viral.
The signal is amplified. One ant tells 10. 10 tell 100. The sleeping city wakes up.
The floodgates open. A legion of foragers spills into the light, hungry for the prize.
The gold rushes back into the vault. The bottleneck chokes with success.
The harvest is shared. From one stomach to 1,000. The colony is fed.
The highway leaks information. The scent of success drifts into the wrong neighborhood.
A hijacker. She wants the cargo. And she is willing to kill the driver. The highway patrol is lethal. The traffic does not stop for a murder.
Aerial pickpockets. They steal the fuel right out of the tank while the engine is running.
Karate on the move. They snap and kick, creating a zone of death above the highway.
A blockade made of silk. The ultimate trap for a mindless marcher. To save the shipment, the crew is sacrificed. The stream flows around the stone.
Springtails. The fleas of the forest floor. Too fast to catch, too small to worry about.
Sand is alive. A pit of despair, where gravity is the weapon. A brush with death. She shakes off the dust and gets back in line. The colony doesn't pay for breaks. A mountain falls from the sky. The road is closed. Panic begins to rise.
The map is redrawn in seconds. The detour becomes the new highway.
A chemical bribe. The guard takes the payment and opens the door to the killer.
The sun fails. The shadows stretch. The cold is the new enemy.
Eyes are useless now. They navigate the dark by touch and smell alone.
The air turns to water. A minefield of beautiful, deadly jewels. The battery runs low, but no one walks alone. A sip of sugar shares the strength. The gold is gone. The mine is empty. The map is now a road to nowhere.
The scent evaporates. The map dissolves. The road that fed the city becomes just dirt again.
Enter the Atta, the leaf cutter. Spiked armor, massive jaws, built for heavy lifting.
A rose, not for romance, but for raw material. A velvet mine waiting to be stripped.
She vibrates her jaws like a chainsaw, slicing a perfect arc through the tough fibers.
Why carry it down? She lets gravity do the work. The ground crew is waiting. A forest of flags. They hoist the cargo, balancing loads 10 times their weight. They don't just follow a path, they build a road. cleared, leveled, and paved with the feet of millions. The cargo is a sail. A sudden gust turns a leaf into a parachute, threatening to launch her into the sky.
A shotgun rider. Too small to carry, she rides the leaf, guarding her sister from air raids.
Rain, the enemy of the harvest. The cargo is abandoned. Save the tunnels.
They descend, carrying the colors of the sun into the eternal night.
They don't eat the leaves, they cook with them, cleaning, chewing, preparing the mulch. The garden, a living, breathing lung. They feed the fungus, and the fungus feeds them. She plants the seed. In hours, the white mold consumes the rose, turning cellulose into sugar. The harvest, perfect protein packets grown by the fungus as payment for the leaves.
The mother of millions, a giantess buried in the dark, weaving the genetics of the empire.
The mother of millions. A giantess buried in the dark, weaving the genetics of the empire.
In one night, the beauty is stripped.
She is a golden sprinter, racing across the cooling sands to find fuel before the freeze.
A bloom in the wasteland, pure liquid sugar. They drink until they can barely walk.
The vault, where sisters become storage tanks, living jewels suspended in the dark. She pumps the harvest into the living jar. The skin stretches to the breaking point.
Gold for sugar, clear for water, red for meat.
But wealth attracts thieves. The raiders breach the gate. They ignore the soldiers. They run for the gold. They enter the sanctuary. The living jars can only watch as the wolves arrive. Some are taken alive. Stolen property. To be hung in a stranger's cellar. It is a massacre of gluttony. The floor turns into a sticky swamp of stolen sugar. The pirates leave, drunk on sugar and blood, leaving the bank broken.
The drought comes. The flowers are dust. The city starves.
The queen feeds. The lineage is safe, thanks to the martyrs on the ceiling.
Rain returns. The vault will be refilled. The golden cycle continues.
In a world of nothing, they are everything. The living treasury of the sands.
She has no eyes. She has no home. She is a nomad. Born.
They build a city out of their own bodies. A living ball of legs and jaws that shields the queen.
They are the road. They span the gaps with their own bodies so the army never slows down.
They are the road. They span the gaps with their own bodies so the army never slows down.
Pothole plugging. She becomes a living cobblestone to smooth the highway for her sisters.
Even the scorpion, the king of the undergrowth, drowns in the tide.
They carry no baggage. They eat what they kill. The victim is disassembled on the spot.
The antbirds. They don't eat the army. They eat the refugees fleeing the war.
Thieves lurk everywhere. But stealing from an army ant is a dangerous game.
She is not just a soldier. She is a bus, carrying a secret crew of hitchhikers and mimics.
The Queen, a blind giantess. She walks only when the city moves, the ultimate vulnerable target.
She never sees the sun. A tunnel of sisters flows around her, a moving shield of flesh and chitin. The babies are carried beneath, shielded from the sun. A nursery on the march. Their maps are written in vanishing ink. They never look back. They never return. They are the scouring pads of the jungle. They wipe the slate clean, allowing the forest to breathe.
The farmer builds a road to last forever. The hunter builds a road for a day. 2 empires, 2 maps.
The handshake. They taste the oil on each other's skin. The password is written in wax.
They wear a chemical uniform. If you smell like us, you are one of us. But a different smell is a declaration of war. Even a sister from another mother is an enemy. The panic must not last. The chemical is designed to vanish quickly, restoring the peace. The panic must not last. The chemical is designed to vanish quickly, restoring the peace. Death has a smell, oleic acid. It triggers a singular command. Take this to the graveyard.
What happens if we paint the smell of death onto the living? She kicks, she screams, but to her sisters, she is a ghost. The smell is the only truth. Let me go.
She washes away the death. She returns to the land of the living. The Queen's perfume. It is a drug that sterilizes her daughters, ensuring she is the only mother.
Even the baby commands the adult. A chemical cry that forces the worker to serve. The master of disguise. It sings the Queen's song louder than the Queen herself.
A fatal addiction. They starve their own kin to feed the monster that smells like perfection.
Formic acid. It burns the enemy, but calls the brothers. The smell of the front line.
The trail fades, but the memory remains. A mental map drawn in scents.
Trapped. Her screams reflect off the glass. A voice with no one to listen.
A pyramid in the pines, built straw by straw. A metropolis that houses 500,000 souls. It looks like a pile. It acts like a shingle roof. Not a single drop of rain reaches the city center.
Jaws of steel. She bites the earth, turning solid rock into portable pellets.
Jaws of steel. She bites the earth, turning solid rock into portable pellets. A bucket brigade. The earth moves hand to hand, mouth to mouth, up to the light. The city breathes. Hot, stale air rises out the chimneys. Cool, fresh air is sucked in from the sides.
The diving bell. Physics saves them. The water rises, but the air is trapped, creating a bubble of life.
The sun sets. The gates are barred. The city sleeps behind a wall of stone.